without my dad, and I went through some depression. And people who see me today can't probably imagine that, because I really don't let my energy go in a low place very long. But there was several years that I was really angry, and I was just like, screw the world. I was not a happy girl. And the beauty of that process for me, though, was that everything comes to us to teach us something. And my suffering, I look back now, and when I'm honest, I'm just like, wow, Tanya, did you ever cause some suffering for yourself? And I really see that now, that it wasn't others that caused me suffering. My dad's death even was his right and choice to choose when he was ready and how he wanted to go. And my taking that personally, and my feeling like I didn't have a father and so I was broken, that was me. That was totally how I took that situation, and I internalized it, and I caused myself a lot of suffering. And I say that for each of you just to encourage you to realize that we all have had our human experiences, and if you're in a place like that right now, or you have been, just be gentle with yourself. Really, forgive yourself for the times that you've been confused and lost. Really have compassion on how far you've come and pay attention to that, but also really be open to waking up, be open to shifting, because for myself, that life situation, which sucked, like royally sucked, it was one of my most amazing moments of transformation. When I look back, I realize some of the harshest things I've been through cultivated a great shift in me. It caused me to question. It caused me to reach out. It caused me to want to grow, to want to understand greater truth. So all of these things that come to us can greatly help us, or they can be deep, deep, moments of suffering. It just depends on what we do with them. So the reason I say that is, as I moved through all that, I remembered after I'd been meditating for a while. That's why I say as you're meditating, because as you start to really tune into yourself and you connect with your own spirit, which is the whole point of all of it, it's to help you remember who you are, to bring you back to source. When I talk about the word alignment, what I mean by that is that alignment is when you are one with source. Your source of life force, your source of energy, your source of abundance, your source of love. Source energy is channeling through you completely, freely, and without any interruption. That is when you're in alignment. And when we're in alignment, we know it, because whatever it is we love and desire is just magnetically drawn into our life. We start to see the results of that alignment just from us relaxing and being at ease. What we need and desire, it comes to us so magically. And there's times I so wish I could help people get that faster. But then at the same time, I realized, you know what? They're going to get it when they get it, just like I had to get it when I got it. So I feel that's the reason I'm so passionate and dedicating my life to sharing this wisdom and sharing this truth, because I know I have walked through the darkness. I have been through just about anything you can think of. I have been through a lot. Well, I've never been in a war, like in Vietnam or anything, but I've been through a lot of battle in my own energetic way, and I've learned so much from it. And that is my intention as a healer and as a soul coach, is to help people to move through their stuff, to help them move through it, navigate through that energy, drop all the past, find their alignment, come into their wholeness, and now they are an amazing vibrational match for all that they love and desire. And that's really what we're on this planet to do. That's what we're here to create. Is we came here to go through things and learn from them, and to one day really wake up and remember who we were, to come back to source, and to allow everything that we desire to come to us easily and joyously. And so with my situation, moving through that with my dad, it was so empowering, because it helped me to really realize I don't need my dad. I don't need him. I actually have this father masculine energy within me. And when that thought came in and I really grasped it, it was an amazing shift for me because I wasn't in need of anything. I stopped needing to get this approval, and I just relaxed and realized, you know what? I am it. Like, I am the masculine, feminine energy.
Damn it.
There was a day where I remember as a young girl when I would see, like in my 20s, when I would see mothers and daughters together, it was so painful. If I saw them having fun, I would cry. And it was because it's something I so deeply wanted with my own mother. But when I let go of that, and there was a day that came that I saw mothers and daughters together, and I could smile, and I was so grateful and happy for them, and I had my children, and I realized I can be that for my children. I can be that mother to my children. Oh, sorry, a little scratch.
Right.
So my point is that when we shift our focal point and we really understand that we have that alignment inside of us, then we're not moving through the world in a place of neediness. And when we're not needy, everything comes to us much more easily. If you think about it, if any of you have been in a relationship and you've been with somebody and you're kind of feeling neglected, you're feeling a little wounded that day, and you're feeling really needy, think for a moment how that felt to you and how those people responded to you. Did they respond to that neediness in a positive way, and did you feel good? Or in truth, when you were in that energy, did it seem like you were repelling people and that they were more irritated with you, less likely to connect with you? It's something really great to observe because it's an energy, and when we're in a needy space, we really repel. When we release the neediness and we come into a space of balance and we're just at ease, we draw in, we receive. Everything comes to us very easily. So when we can understand that this mother-father energy is something that is an opportunity for us to align with at any time, we can come into a space of harmony right now, like I am one with Source. You each are one with Source. Now, if you're in that frequency of understanding that or not, that's another question. I am in that space, and my life is really blissfully blessed and beautiful because I understand I don't need to frantically chase anything. I don't need to go out there and prove to people anything. I don't need to go and try to get in my brain and figure out the perfect marketing plan or strategy or how do I get those people to like me. I have let that go and thank the Lord Almighty that I did, because for years that's how I lived my life. And maybe some of you listening, that's how you live your life still. And it sucks. So I'm just here to encourage you to try another way. And as you can heal the wounded child part of yourself, which if you need help, you know who to reach out to. I am available for all of you, near or far. But reach out to someone that you trust of a high vibration, that you trust will help and assist you, that won't bullshit you, someone that you know is going to shine the light on you and is going to challenge you, and it's going to help you to clear all that heaviness of your past. All the neediness can be dropped, and it's going to help you to come into your power as a god and a goddess that you are.
Yes.
As a man, as a woman, we both have feminine, masculine energy, wholeness.
Oh, yes.
When we know that, if I know I am whole and healed and I am worthy, and my feminine energy, my masculine energy are spiraling up my spine and up my energy centers in perfect alignment, I know that I can be capable and powerful. I can take action. I can be receptive and intuitive and allow, and it's all important. If I feel, which this is something that I feel we're healing in society, that I am a woman, so that means that I am weaker, I am not as capable, I am not as powerful, then I will maybe have my receptive energy going, and I'll allow things, I'll tolerate a lot of things, but I won't feel like I can take action. I won't feel like I can be in my power. So you see women on the planet that have been taught this way, that they are a woman, you're girly, all you have is your girly energy. There's no feminine or masculine allowed. You are a female, you have to just be a female. And you see this with men. They're taught, be a man. Being a man means that you're tough, you're strong, you can do it, you don't need anybody's help, and you're going to go make it happen. And we have an issue on our planet that comes from that, because so much of the issues that we're all going through on our planet come from this egotistical mental concept of gotta go get her done and make it happen, and no pain, no gain. It's a suffering energy that we celebrate, and it's a sickness. And it's time for us to wake up so that we can really find our alignment. Those men so need to balance their feminine energy. If they allowed the feminine energy to come in, it would help them to get things done, but to get it done with mindfulness and awareness. Their intuition would be guiding them. They would make much wiser, higher conscious decisions if they were in their wholeness. A woman who's in her wholeness will make much higher conscious choices than a woman that doesn't feel she has power. So this affects all of us, young, old, children, grandparents, men, women, all of us. And we all have the masculine and the feminine energy available for us. It's there. It's just some of us have been denying parts of ourselves. So for a man who has to be this macho, tough guy that, has to always get everything done, but he's like very hard person to emotionally connect with, because as a child he cried and his dad's like, cut it out, you don't need to cry, like, be a man, men don't cry. And I know so many men who've been told that, and they really struggle to feel okay with their emotions. And so you have a little boy who's just young and he's feeling emotion, and now he's shamed for it. He shuts that part of himself down. He tries to have good relationships, and his biggest struggle, the fact he can't emotionally connect. It's very interesting to observe. So if we really want to shift these things and we want to heal ourselves and the whole planet, we need to know that we are whole and that we have that available.
Right now,
so that's what I really want to kind of awaken in each of you, is this concept that you are whole, that you are worthy, that you are loved, you're unconditionally loved, and that your masculine energies and your feminine energies are perfect and beautiful. And a man crying is beautiful. My beloved, if he sheds a tear, he feels energy very much. He's a very sensitive and amazing soul. And there's times like, if he feels at all that he let me down in any way or he's hurt me, he will have tears in his eyes, and I just will go hug him and kiss his eyes and say, it's okay, I love you. And I remember when I first met him, there was times he'd be like, oh, it's just something in my eye, like trying to cover it up. And I just told him right away, I was like, I think it is so beautiful that you feel emotion. Like, I've been around so many men my whole life that it's like they're not even allowed to admit they've cried, and they have so much anger in them because they can't let any energy release. So for me, I feel that if we each start to give honor to those who show the emotions, those who are showing the balance, it's going to help them to actually choose alignment. So for each of us, we have the power to either encourage people in a direction of health and alignment, or we have the power to discourage them and to cause greater harm. So we got to really think about that. Think about what we say. If you're someone watching today's boyfriend or husband cried about something and you're like, oh God, be a man for God's sake. Like, you need to really look at your part of the fact that you've been raised and conditioned to think this way, and now you're projecting that on another, and he just may listen to you, and you just may encourage him to go to sleep and to put that part of himself to sleep and to go numb. And I promise you, it will not serve you or him to do that. Same with women. You may have some men watching may think of times that they've shamed their girlfriends or wives or their mothers, their sisters, their daughters. And I assure you, it's an important moment. So we all need to be much more mindful with the energy that we are and the energy that we are putting out towards each other. And that's going to really help us to heal this planet in such a necessary way. And the beautiful thing is, once you understand that your highest priority